Oh, hey! What's going on, my dudes, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna be talking about tubes. The things you put in your tires so they can hold air so you can ride around. I'm sure you guys know what they are. And specifically, we're gonna talk about weight reducing tubes, light tubes, those TPU tubes. And I'm sure you've seen them. We have the Tubolito tube right here. This tube specifically, I rode for about 9 months and it did great. Over time, I did notice that every session I had to pump it up a little bit because there was a slow leak or whatever it was, but it wasn't a huge issue. Like, I always had a pump in my car, so not a problem. However, when I did ride Mega Ditch in the last video, I popped this and I didn't have a patch kit and I did not want to spend $35 to get another tube. So in my current setup, I have normal tubes in there because they're significantly cheaper. However, I do notice that the rotational weight isn't as good as when I had these in. However, this past weekend, I did some monster shows with my buddy Jaden and this guy you may have heard of, Daniel Sandoval, and he had this crazy looking valve stem sticking out of his rim, and I was like, hey, Sandoval, what the hell is that? And he put me onto these. These are RideNow Tubes, 38 gram BMX tubes, and he swears by them. He said they are great, and I thought, hey, I might as well try them. So yesterday, I ordered these off of Amazon, and I got 2 of them for the price of $21. And I got next day shipping, which is insane compared to the Tubolitos and stuff. So one Tubolito is $35, 2 of these is $21. So that's a bargain, and I love a bargain. So I figured, hey, hell, why not give it a shot? So we're gonna take these out, kind of look at the differences, and put them in the bike, and then later in this video, gonna ride around, see if they actually work, see if they hold air, and see if it's worth the money, because if they do hold up, and you can get 2 of these for $21, I mean, this will be an absolute game changer. So I'm gonna pull one of these out, see how it looks, see how it feels, and see if like it's the same material and all that kind of stuff. So, oh dang, off the rip, here it is. One of these RideNow TPU tubes, and it's pink. And off the rip, I can tell, like, this is significantly, let me get the Tubolito. The material, it feels significantly thinner, which is a good thing, but also a bad thing. Good thing, obviously, if it's thinner, it's gonna weigh less. Bad thing, I don't know how that's gonna react to small punctures and stuff like that. So let's take this apart and have an actual look at this. The valve stem is pretty cool. This definitely looks a bit beefier than the Tubolito one, because a lot of the issues that people have with Tubolitos is the valve stem tends to leak. However, this one looks pretty solid, and I like how it's kind of like a harder metal. I don't know, looks pretty cool to me, but that just could be me. But yeah, looks like a tube, feels like a condom, and let's put some air into it and see if they hold air and see if they work. So here we go, about to swap out the tubes on that bike and see if we can notice the difference. Now here we go, boys. All right, as you can see, I have my bike, and this one currently just has like I think like an Odyssey tube, just like a normal stock tube from it. And when I put a normal tube in after riding the Tubolito, like, I kid you not, like, you do feel a difference, especially when it comes to bar spins. Like, when I have a Tubolito-esque tube into it, they feel a lot more snappy, whereas when I have like a regular tube, it does feel like it drags a tiny bit. It's not a huge difference, but you can feel it. But then after a while of riding a normal type tube, it kind of, that feeling goes away. So it will be interesting to see how it goes from like riding a Tubolito, riding a normal tube, and then riding one of these RideNow tubes, which feel like they're significantly lighter than the Tubolito. So it will be interesting. So what I'm gonna do is take this tube out, pop in the RideNow one. Hopefully it doesn't have a slow leak. But we'll see. We'll see if we get lucky, boys. So, here we go. Alright. dude, dang, it's been a while since I've taken this tire off, so. Got the tire off. That took longer than I'd like to admit, which is embarrassing, but there we go. And I want to preserve this tube because the odds of me popping this RideNow tube, I don't know how high or how low that is. So when I go ride later, I'm definitely gonna bring this with me just in case, because I don't want to have the session end on a bad note. So here's the normal tube that I've been running. Like I said, it's just an Odyssey tube, and you can just look at the difference. Like this compared to this, like just texture and feeling, like it's significantly lighter with the RideNow tube. So what we're gonna do is slightly pump it up, put it in the tire, and spin it, dude. All right, and so on the box, when you're pumping these up, you don't want to pump them up too much, because what can happen is it can bubble, and then you'll actually ruin certain parts of the tube. So you only want to lightly pump it up just enough so you can like get it in the rim and get it seated nicely. All right, got it pumped up a little bit. Gonna let a little bit of air out because it pumped it up a little too much. There we go, nice. And then what we're gonna do is, it kind of triangles out. This is what the Tubolitos do when you slightly pump them up. They get these weird elbows, which makes them a little hard to handle, especially when you're like first putting it into the tire and into the wheel, but we'll prevail. Let's see. So, finds a little hole. Sometimes it's hard to find the hole. Slides right in. What I like to do when I'm putting in a tube for the first time, I like to start with the valve stem and then have one side like completely open on the tire, and then lightly just kind of guide the tube in and let it seat into the tire and kind of follow the shape of the tire. That way you can kind of avoid getting any pinch flats or anything like that. And then again, when you're putting the tire back on, start at the valve stem right there and just lightly push it in. And this way you can kind of look to see if the tube is fitting onto the rim itself, and you can avoid any pinch flats because that is a dog. But I guarantee what's gonna happen, because what's happening right now, which is annoying, is it's not really following the shape of the rim, which is weird. But I think we can get past that. I'm gonna use a tire lever and just flip it over the lip. Really taking my time with this because I just do not want to screw myself over and get just a stupid pinch flat. All right, after a bit of finesse, we got the tire on. Now it's time to pump it up. Nice. There we go. Nice and 85 PSI, and that feels significantly lighter than the normal tube. Holy shit. Let's do the back one. Okay, back wheel is on. I just picked up the bike, and I'm not even kidding. Like, before even riding it, I can feel the difference. Like, this is insane. Like, I know it's mostly for rotational weight, but I can definitely feel the difference between these two tubes and then two of these Odyssey tubes. So now we're gonna head over to house, see how they really feel, see how they ride, see if they hold air, and then I'll give my final thoughts. So I'll see you at house in 3, 2, 1, and now. All right, fellas, we made it to House Skate Park. We have the new tubes in here. Hey, shut up and work on my intro. Got the new tubes in here. Gonna roll around, see how they work, see if they pop, see if they're worth your money. So, without further ado, gonna do a couple fly out stuff, then a couple other techie things, and just have a great day. And these idiots. Dude, truck. Oh. Man, you suck, dude. But anyways, without further ado, let's do a switch whip to start things off. All right, first drop in with these RideNow tubes. Holy shit, it's so responsive. It wasn't the cleanest, but we'll take it. All right, I can definitely notice a difference. After I ended the last clip at my place, I did weigh my bike. Before putting these tubes in, I believe I was around like 20.5 pounds, and now it's down to just under 20 pounds, which is insane. This is the lightest my bike has ever been. It feels really responsive, especially in that manual. because the rotational weight is so much less. I do have to adjust and kind of get used to that. But the whip came around fine. Feels good. Now let's do double bar, because theoretically my bar should go by a lot quicker. And then we'll kind of just get some GoPro clips and I'll give you all my overall impressions of these tubes and how they work. So without further ado, here's the double bar. I'm interested to see how fast the bars spin with these light tubes. Very. Holy cow. All right, let's get a couple little tech jibs in. All right, let's try the hardest trick in BMX, the fakie bar. Oh no! Only on court. Oh. These tubes and tail whips feel so good. It comes around so quick, like I don't have to kick it as hard. It's a little sketchy. It feels like it gets a little squirrely, but still able to control it. But hey, they're still working. They haven't popped just yet. I landed a little sideways on that whip, foot jam whip. Who the fuck cares? So I have another tech trick that I want to get done. This is one that I've recently learned and have gotten relatively proficient at. So I'm gonna see if one of these friends will film it and then I'll do it. So here we go, boys. Fakie bar. Oh, we're so good. Dude, hardest trick in BMX conquered. Tubes are feeling really good. Super light. Still don't feel like I've lost any air in them, which I know is sometimes a problem with Tubolitos and these type of tubes, but they're working out so far and I can definitely tell the difference. I'm not 100% sure if I love how light they are because my bike is already light as is, but I definitely could see someone who doesn't have like tie spokes putting in these tubes and then feeling like they have tie spokes. Like I feel like there is a way to kind of like easily shave down a good amount of weight while still keeping your bike relatively heavy and comfortable. So far worth the money. I'm having a great time. So let's get another clip. Let's do a flare. We haven't aired yet. We're gonna do a flare on the quarter over there. You know the deal. All right, fellas, let's see how a flare feels. I remember when I first put on Tubolitos, I definitely felt the difference. Now having these two lighter tubes should feel even crazier. So. Definitely feels way more responsive and floaty in the air. I don't know, maybe this could all just be a giant placebo effect and I'm making this stuff up, but I genuinely feel like these tubes make a difference in making things, just feel a little bit better and slightly more controlled. Again, there are times where it feels a little bit too light, but I'm sure I'll get a little bit more used to that, but so far so good on them. Now we're gonna do a trick that I've been working on. I've been doing a lot of 3 fakies and been trying to do some truck fakies. So we're just gonna smash out a couple truck fakies, see if we can land it. And I don't know, here we go. Let's give it the old truck to fakie a rip, boys.
Johnson, not Jackson, down you kill!
All right, well, oh, Jesus. All right, I'm gonna just do 3 to fakie and then give a rip at a truck to fakie. And that guy's scaring me. All right, yeah, we can throw the bar on that for sure.
We do military training here.
Now just gotta do that. Ew. All right, we got Sweet Boy Jameson in the bowl. It's time to do the truck fakie, but we're gonna kind of do it in the loin. First tee. Let's go, dude. Yeah. I'm just incredible today. That guy's really stoked. What a great day. That felt wonderful. I'm happy. Now for my last stunt. I did this in the shows. over the weekend. I surprised myself. It was a 360 to inside foot jam. Gonna give it a couple rips, see if I can recreate the magic. But now we're gonna do it right there on that quarter. Wish me luck. Well, absolutely shocked to land that third try. I think I kind of figured out the trick to really kind of leave my butt in on there and really keep my shoulder to keep the momentum running around. So Brandon, if you're watching this, that's the trick to do it, dude. Maybe one day you'll be able to land them, but for now, seems like I'm the only one. But yeah, I mean, these tubes are great overall. No issues so far. I'll definitely be sure to kind of do like an update video in the future or when I do have problems. But for now, if you are interested, I put the link to get them on Amazon down below. Again, this isn't a sponsored video for RideNow or anything like that. I just genuinely think this is a better deal than buying Tubolitos. And again, if you don't have tie spokes, this is an easy way to just lighten up your wheels. However, if you're planning on going out and riding a lot of street or dirt, I don't know because there are those factors and variables like glass and all that stuff that could potentially puncture them. But for skate parks, they seem great. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at @TheRealJaredHobbs, follow my clothing company LYN BMX. If you want to become a member like my lovely friends Kimberly Smith, Orlando Pressure Washing Pros, and Violent Sun, join down below. The money we'll use to build new ramps at Mega Ditch as well as Jaden's house. So it's all going to a great cause, and I would love you very, very much. And if you need any bike parts, go to timetoshinebmx.com. Link also down below. But I love you all. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And tell your mom I said hi. Bye. All right, let's get this freaking thumbnail. That looks good. All right, let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Let's line it up a little bit. Oh, you... God damn it.